times her size is hunting for her cubs tonight. But she will not fight him, because fighting means certain death in Siberia. She chooses a different path. How does a cowardly mother outsmart the most dangerous killer in the frozen forest? Why do scientists believe aggression is a fatal flaw for these massive cats? And what is the hidden survival strategy of the Siberian tiger's secret introverts? The truth is buried here. We picture the Siberian tiger as a fearless king of the Russian wilderness. A 300-kilogram muscle machine that roars at enemies and charges without hesitation. They dominate the frozen rivers and crush elk spines with a single bite. Biologists call this personality type the majestic hunter, the bold ruler of the taiga. They attack every single threat. But that explosive aggression hides a massive evolutionary weakness in this unforgiving environment. Deep inside a snowy ravine, a different kind of tiger watches the dark woods. She is a steady personality type, an introvert who avoids all physical conflict. Her paws make zero sound as she steps over dry, frozen birch branches. She is a ghost. At midnight, the giant male picks up the scent of her vulnerable cubs. He follows the invisible chemical trail toward the dark, hidden cave entrance. A majestic mother would charge out and attack him with bared teeth. She would risk her life to defend her territory and her small babies. This mother freezes in place. She flattens her belly against the freezing snow and waits in the darkness. When the male gets within 50 meters, she slips out the back exit. She moves away from the den, acting like a terrified, wounded prey animal. She snaps a twig with her back foot to create a sharp noise. The male stops and turns. His ears pivot toward the sound, and he abandons the scent of the cubs. He begins tracking the mother, expecting an easy kill in the deep snow. She leads him 3 miles away, staying out of his visual hunting range. She steps onto bare ice and vanishes into the thick pine shadows. The male loses the trail. He roars into the empty night, confused and frustrated by the sudden disappearance. Hours later, the mother circles back and returns to her sleeping cubs without sound. She saved her family without throwing a single punch or shedding any blood. Stop. This is not maternal instinct, it is a hardwired psychological survival strategy. Tigers have distinct individual personalities. A groundbreaking study tracked behavioral patterns of Siberian tigers over 20 difficult years. Researchers discovered that majestic tigers suffer catastrophic injuries from constant territorial battles. Their boldness makes them easy targets for poachers and rival males. Aggressive tigers eat more food, but they die younger in the wild. The cowards live longer lives. Steady tigers avoid prime hunting grounds and settle for smaller, harder meals. They run away from fights and hide when they hear unfamiliar sounds. By avoiding conflict, they preserve their energy and protect their bodies from damage. A broken tooth or a torn shoulder muscle means slow starvation in winter. Caution is their ultimate weapon. If an aggressive mother dies in battle, her cubs freeze within 3 days. If a cautious mother runs away, she lives to nurse them another night. The data shows that introverted tigers raise more cubs to adult breeding age. Natural selection rewards the tigers who refuse to engage in violent combat. Evolution favors the quiet ones. Back in the forest, the aggressive male is struggling to survive the week. He challenges a massive brown bear over a frozen deer carcass. The bear swipes a giant claw across his face, leaving a deep gash. Blood drips onto the snow, and the tiger limps away with empty jaws. His Majesty has a prize. 10 miles away, the steady female is hunting a small wild boar. She waits in the bushes for 3 hours without moving a single muscle. When the boar turns its head, she strikes with calculated, minimal effort. She drags the meal back to her den without drawing any unwanted attention. Her cubs feast in silence. We humans worship strength and dominance as the ultimate markers of natural success. We build our myths around the loudest roar and the most violent strike. Nature does not care about our cinematic fantasies of apex predator glory. The taiga only cares about who lives to see the spring thaw melt. Survival requires profound psychological restraint. Both personality types are crucial for the delicate balance of the Siberian ecosystem. The aggressive tigers push the boundaries, expanding the territory and taking down giants. But the steady tigers are the anchor, ensuring the next generation survives the winter. They are the invisible ghosts who keep the species from going extinct. The shadows protect the future. A steady tiger avoids every traditional television documentary camera crew in the forest. They hear the camera crew coming from a mile away and vanish into thin air. The screen shows a reckless, extroverted fraction of the tiger population. The true masters of the Siberian winter hide in the darkest pine shadows. They refuse to be seen. Dawn breaks over the icy ravine, turning the snow a pale shade of gold. The mother cleans her cubs, her golden eyes watching the entrance with caution. She survived the darkest night of the year by swallowing her predator pride. The loudest roar in the forest is a mask for evolutionary vulnerability. The quietest shadow wins today. -40 degrees, and the apex predator rests in the dark den. She is resting, knowing her cowardice is the greatest strength in the world. What is the most unexpected animal behavior you have witnessed in person? Drop your story in the comments section, it might be our next investigation. Hit subscribe to join us as we decode the hidden psychology of nature. We bring you the raw, unfiltered truth from the edge of the wilderness.